Good evening, everyone. My name is Francis Waidaka, the CEO and team leader at Digital for Africa. Today, we're going to have an interesting conversation around technology. A lot of people don't know that I used to be an IT manager for more than 10 years, but I'm very passionate about technology, the use of technology to enhance efficiency, productivity, and increase performance in terms of work. Today, we'll be looking at how to use technology in that sense, how do we use technology to improve performance? For example, the other day, I was able to, of course, all of us are aware that artificial intelligence tools exist, but the use cases are very different. And also the understanding that technology is not a replacement for human, the human being, that human talent or skill. Technology is not a replacement for our ability to make decisions. Technology does not replace the role of a human being to bring wisdom and common sense in decision making. And that is why today we will be learning from an expert on how to use technology in bringing efficiency and enhancing performance at our work, no matter the type of work that you're doing. And before we start, and before I introduce our speaker, I wanted to recognize just a number of our visitors who have joined us. We have more than 30 people who have actually registered for this webinar, and many more will be joining us on social media platforms. But I want to acknowledge the presence of people from all the way to South Sudan, like one of our most loyal customers. His name is Zach Mayul, all the way from South Sudan. He has been in Kenya for training at Digital for Africa. 2 occasions, actually. He came for the Digital Marketing Masterclass. And then later on, he came for the Data Analytics Masterclass. Is one of our most loyal customers when it comes to digital marketing and the use of technology to bring efficiency in human processes. There are other people, of course, who have joined us, like Tim Masharia, who is a creative designer. We have people like Bari Tumpeo, who is a communication expert, and also she does fundraising. We also have other people like Barbara Arinaitwe. Sorry if I've pronounced your name wrongly. Barbara Arinaitwe. We also have Michelle Olendo. Well, Michelle Olendo is one of our students, not a student, but a content creator who has gone through our digital marketing training, and she's based in Mombasa. We have Emmanuel Bida, a project coordinator, actually from South Sudan as well. Very interesting. Emmanuel, we are very happy to see you. We have Elvis Ojiambo, a UX UI developer. Great to see you, Elvis. We are also joined by Anne Gadoni, who is a financial advisor. Very interesting. We also have Michael Onunga, who is a pilot. Thank you very much. We have a pilot in the room. We can learn a lot from this pilot, Michael Onunga. Thank you very much, Michael. We also have Ashley Mwangi, who is an entrepreneur. We have Dwani Karania, who is a marketing and advertising manager. We're also joined by Jonathan Thuo, who is a business strategist, growth strategist. We have Michael Mwangi, who is a specialist as well in one of the areas, who is actually a driver. We also have Wise Perpetual, who is also a student. We have Alfred, who is a businessman. We have Enoch. We have Brian and Andoya, who is a creative freelancer. We have Blanche, who is a nutritionist. We have Joseph, who is a teacher. We have quite a lot of people. I may not read all our names, but we also have John Kiragu. Wow, John Kiragu is an entrepreneur who is based in Nanyuki. He's the owner of Breadstone Enterprises, and he learned about Digital for Africa and joined our previous classes, and he actually learned online. Who is actually a retired person, and he's very interested in learning. Very interesting to see John Kiragu join us. We also have Leah Nanjala, who is an front office manager. We have Isaac Kiragu. Isaac Kiragu is a software developer. And then we have Kim Waniki, who is a graphic designer. So very happy to see all of you guys. I will not read all the names of everyone. The other day, as we talk about using technology to increase efficiency, a client reached out to me and they said, we have a great product. It's a real estate client. And they wanted me to present a proposal to them. So I was able to use Google, not Google actually, but Bing. Bing has a new tool, an artificial intelligence tool called Bing AI. I was able to create that proposal, a document that is almost 20 pages document. But we'll be learning how can you create a proposal using artificial intelligence. Is it possible? The truth is it is possible. Of course, you need to be very sharp. You need to bring a human eye to see whether there are errors. We know these artificial intelligence are not 100% perfect. They can increase our efficiency, but they don't remove the role of a human being. So allow me to introduce our guest speaker, who is Caleb Mwenga. Caleb Mwenga is a content strategist and web developer from Digital for Africa. I met, Caleb joined us at Digital for Africa, and we met on LinkedIn. He's the one who actually reached out to me on LinkedIn. He has a bachelor's degree in arts with a specialization in communications from the University of Nairobi. He's a certified digital marketer, but also he is certified by HubSpot as an expert in content marketing and inbound marketing. And he's the one who writes blogs and content for Digital for Africa. He's also a trainer and a senior developer at Digital for Africa. So Caleb, I will allow you to go for it. I will disappear. You can go all the way to the end. I don't have to come back because I believe you're the best. You're very good with the webinars, as one of our clients said. So Caleb is someone I love working with. Caleb is not the guy who you will call and ask him, why have you not done this? He's a person who actually very, I can say, solution-oriented. He's a guy who looks for solution. He likes experimenting and trying new ideas. But also, Caleb is someone who is very problem-oriented, problem-solution-oriented, as in you look for a problem, come up with a solution, and give you the support that you need. And he's supporting a number of our clients, and I will allow him to go for it. Caleb, you can go for it. I don't have to come back. Go for it. Talk about everything that you have for us today, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Lord Francis, and thank you for the kind and heartfelt introduction. So thank you to everyone who has managed to join us today for this webinar. And to say the truth, AI is something that, or technology is something that is evolving from time to time. And today the topic of interest for most of us is about artificial intelligence. And artificial intelligence, not in any other way, but in retrospect of how can we use artificial intelligence to improve our productivity. As I've heard Francis introduce the different people we have, pilots, business people, entrepreneurs, and all that, freelancers. So today I believe everybody will get something, a thing or two that you can use in your day-to-day business to improve your productivity. So allow me to present my screen so that we can get started and we see what AI is all about, and then we shall go on. So to kickstart us off is the topic about AI is productivity, and with AI, the overview is that most in the previous years, when you wanted to do something, you'd have to do a lot of research, you have to read a lot of articles in order for you to get something done. But with AI, it's possible for you to boost productivity in various industries in which you work. So what are the various ways you can boost your productivity? So one of the ways is through automating repetitive tasks. And with AI, things like email sorting, filling up the time for employees, and these other tasks that you find that on a day-to-day basis, you are literally having to engage in them. There are tasks that can be solved with AI. So allow me to go quickly through my slides, and then we'll get now into the practicality, the practical bit of how you can use your AI to boost your productivity. The second way in which AI can be used to improve productivity is through a method called predictive analytics. And here is whereby you can plan ahead and use it for inventory management. For example, we have one of our clients who has been able to use an app, a local CRM. CRMs, by the way, are part of AIs, which they allow you to speed up your work. So through the help of a CRM, things that like inventory taking or API integration, currently in Kenya, we have so many companies who are struggling with that. It's something that can help you do a predictive. There's no need for you to wait until a stock of something is over until for you to update it. The other one, which is one of my favorite, is a smart scheduling, whereby you can use it to schedule for tasks. Recently, we had one of our clients who had a pain point. They wanted to increase their visibility online. And what we did is that we activated on their website a call to action whereby people can book a free consultation if they wanted to do it. And in fact, when somebody books for this free consultation, you get a notification automatically from your end, and also the customer who has filled it gets a notification from their end. And we have even written canned what you call messages, automatic replies that people get. And before now you get to that personal touch, you get that people get to do things much more quicker, much more efficiently, and much more faster. Also, if you have any questions before we get to the live presentation, you can post them in the chat. I will be looking at them from time to time. The other thing is about virtual assistant, scheduling appointments, and the rest. And lastly, but not least, is we can use AI for personalized recommendation. So allow me to get stuff to kickstart this conversation with one of my favorite AI tools. I'm sure everybody has heard about ChatGPT. What is ChatGPT and what do you use it for? For those who want a link to it, you can check on the comment section. You can follow along as I present and as we go along with this. So ChatGPT is an open source chat program that allows you to generate various kinds of text from machine learning. So over the years, people have been inputting content for machines, and over the time, it has been adapting to get more and more and more information. So how can you leverage such a tool to ensure that you are making the best out of what you get? So I'll start it off practically. Before this webinar, we had asked people to to fill up a form, and in that form there was a section that people were asking, how familiar are you with AI tools? So I'll pick the responses I got from the webinar, come here and create a new chart. And then from there, we are going now to start analyzing the data that we have to see what it is that we can get. So pasting, so you can have their percentages of people who say that they have heard about this, they have not heard about the tool. So I'll come here and prompt the AI to tell me, give me the percentage of this data. And just by inputting that prompt, it will generate an AI that will allow me to get the percentage of the data. Another way we could use it in retrospect to this design, you see. So out of the people who have had filled the form to join us, it says that those who have not used AI tools would be 40%. That is 10 out of 25 individuals have not had AI tools. So such a metric is a metric that if I had to do it, I'd have to go and count and do something like that. But just based on giving it a prompt, it has been able to give me an answer. Another example I want to use is that the second question we had asked people is, what is your biggest pain points when it comes to boosting performance in your business? So people filled in various pain points. People are saying that some feel efficiency, building a talent team, copywriting, lack of new knowledge, things like that. But because the number of lists of people that filled the form were many, it would be so hectic to go one by one looking at these metrics and determining where they are. So in order for me to be able to answer the questions systematically, I've pasted the answers that people provided in ChatGPT, and I'll give it a prompt that group this data based on topic clusters. Topic clusters. And within no time, you'll find that it will group them according to the different topics. And now we shall go answering each of them one by one. Thank you, Francis, for bump to us. You're saying that my screen is blurry. Let me zoom in a little bit. I hope now it's clear. If it's not, you can kindly keep on engaging me in the comment section, and I will follow along as we go on. So we had a total of 29 questions. These were the questions that people had sent to ask about how you can use the first data from form for the. So Blanche is asking, how did you retrieve the first data from the forms to ChatGPT? I just copy pasted them. Okay, let me bring this screen. So when you fill the form, the data was being collected in a Google Excel sheet. So what I have done is I've just copied one column of the sheet and pasted it here. That's all I've done. So the second column was about what are the pain points you want to solve. So from this pain point, it has grouped them into various categories. So the first category is under efficiency, as you can see here. So all these questions that people asked are under efficiency. Then the second question was about copywriting. You can see. Then after that, somebody also asked about social media marketing. Another person asked about financial, and another person asked about education, strategy, and clientele. So let's go systematically, step by step, answering these questions and seeing what are some of the ways you can use AI to best answer them. So I'll go on a new tab and open a blank Google document in order for us to work closely. So Google is also creating AI. We're going to discuss some of the AIs we're going to discuss is AIs that will help you generate content, do brainstorming, and also come up with reports like Frank had mentioned a little bit earlier. And remember that you can ask questions in the chat session. If there's something that's not yet clear, we can answer it together. So once I have my prompt grouped into different categories, in fact, I can take these even further and group them into a table. But because of time, just allow me to paste it here as it is. Okay, so let's tackle the first category. That is efficiency. So under efficiency, I might not be able to know who asked the question, but we can look back into it later on and see. So somebody asked, how can you build a talented and committed team? There is a lack of new knowledge. So changing market demands, business environments are constantly evolving. I believe this one was from a person by the name Elvis. I remember seeing it somewhere. Uh, they are asking about adopting to these different changes. Another person is asking about follow-ups. How can you do follow-ups with AI? Exposure and lack of industry knowledge. This is a good one. Finding visionary customers and communicating our unique selling point effectively, creating product management and sales systems that are digital. Thank you, Chege. I can see that you're thirsty for knowledge. Come and you from this. So, based on this one, I'll go step by step showing you. For example, we take, let me group them. So the approach I wanted to take with the webinar is that instead of me creating slides and presenting data, I wanted to use information that you had previously sent to answer questions real time and to get to do things in an engaging manner. So building talented and committed team. This was a question by, allow me just to fetch the data, by, I believe it was either Team Macharia or somebody. So I'll take this about efficiency and let's say exposure and lack of industry knowledge. How can you use AI to improve exposure and lack of industry knowledge? And how can you use it to build talented teams? So one of the platforms that everybody in the world has access to is a platform called YouTube, right? And YouTube is a platform that people are constantly testing information on a day-to-day basis. But at the end of the day, how can you use content in YouTube to boost efficiency? Let's take a case point example of let me pick one of the topics. Finding visionary customers and communicating a unique and selling point effectively. So with this one, as a question, put it on YouTube and do a simple search. So from the question that was pasted, I can see there are various tools that videos that people have done based on this topic. Some are 11 minutes, some are 14 minutes. What is your UPS, USP, define your compelling unique selling proposition and things like that. So from that, we have known that there is something called a unique selling proposition. But let's say I did not want to view this video in its entirety. That's where I introduced to you the first AI tool that I personally use on a day-to-day basis. It is by the company still OpenAI, and it is called Transcript Summary. So what Transcript Summary does, it's an add-on, an extension. For those who do not know how to add an add-on, you just come at the top and you go to Manage Extensions and you add your add-ons. So for this extension, what it does, even without playing the video, it will give me what we call the script for the entire video. So this video that is 13 minutes long, it has given me the script. Now, with this script, an interesting way I can use it is that there's this summary with ChatGPT. So I have not watched the video. We have been together with you in this webinar. I do not know what the video is all about, but I can get a summary of this video within a matter of minutes. And as you take your cup of coffee, as you sip, as you do something, you get the summary in a very clear and precise manner. So as it's writing, it's saying that in this episode 44 of the Tom Ferry Show, Tom Ferry discusses the importance of having a unique selling proposition. In competitive sales situation, he explains that having a USP helps boost confidence, certainty, attracts clients. Without a USP, salespeople can So I have a summary of the video. What do you do next? Take the summary of the video, right? And let's go to the second most AI tool that I would like for you to be using. So I hope that first AI tool is clear to everybody. So it's transcript summary. It's if you want to get it, it is YouTube summary by ChatGPT. I'm posting it in the comment section. So just go to your extension and add it to your browsers, and it will help you summarize YouTube videos in a quick and fast way. So what this does, it helps you in acquiring of knowledge. Let's say you had a video that is 1 hour long. You can get the video. So somebody, Elvis Creations, you're asking to export a chart. Are you using a plugin or an extension? Okay, let me go back. For example, this one, for this particular one, it's a plugin. So to install a plugin, let me open it in a new different browser. So to install a plugin, you just come to the add-ons, manage extensions. Then after you go to manage extensions, you come here at the bottom, you open Google Web Store. Once you open Google Web Store, you just search the name of the plugin. And once you search it, you can get the export. So give it a moment. So here is the plugin. For me, I've already installed it. So for you, you can go ahead and install it. So you see, for me, it's telling me to remove it from ChatGPT. I hope that answers your question, Elvis, or if that's clearly what you wanted to know. So I've gotten a summary of the video, and let's say I wanted to expound further about this topic. So I'll take the second part. So it is about the importance of upselling. Open a new chart, paste it, and then I want to give an instruction to ChatGPT and tell it, create for me a USP based on this summary. Oh, yes, Elvis, I'll get to that. Yes, thank you for that good observation. Yes, as you can see, my ChatGPT has got some other things. I will get to that in a minute. But first of all, let's get to seeing how you can do. So what we are doing currently is market research. And the question for those people who have just joined in, let me catch you up a bit. So we started with exporting some of the issues that people had when they are joining the webinar. And concerning efficiency, people were asking about follow-ups, creating product management and sales systems that are more digital. So I picked an example of somebody who wanted to get exposure and lack of industry knowledge. So this is something you can still incorporate from your end and put it into good use. So I'll use 2 examples, and then we will share this document, the one I'm creating, we shall share with you via email, and you can get to practice and input some of these methods altogether. So after I took the question, I went to YouTube. You can still go to Google. I'll show you a method where we will be using Google a bit later on. And after YouTube, I introduced you to YouTube summary with ChatGPT. It got me a summary of a YouTube video that I had not watched. I got to know about something called unique selling proposition. It is a competitor sales situation. And now what I want to do is to get more industry knowledge on this topic. So I hope close to the updates and FAQ, yes, We will get to that, Elvis, in just a few minutes. So, based on this summary, so the thing about AI, one thing that I'd like you to get note is that AI is a machine. At the end of the day, it's not human. At the end of the day, there are things it is limited to. So for you to get the most out of any AI system that probably I'm going to discuss right now, and any AI that you're going to come in the future, the prompts that you give it are the ones that should be guiding you into the kind of the kind of expectations that you get. So unique selling point from this summary for let's use a case example. If somebody can give us a case example, let me use for somebody who's Elvis, you are in the UI UX and front end developer. So I'll use you for an example. So I'll say summary for a front end developer. Front end developer, even without telling it anything else, it will start generating for me a unique selling point for somebody who is a front end developer. You can even give it more as a front end developer. It's telling me that you stand out to create focus on addressing your client's needs and improving unique value service. So I hope you're seeing the magic unfold. So within seconds, we are getting that. So if you want to succeed, showcase what sets you apart from the rest. So I'll tell it, give me an example of a before a front end developer. So at the end of the day, it is giving you updates based on what you have searched. So sure, here's an example. I specialize in developing visually stunning websites that not only look great, but are also user-friendly, blah, 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 and the list goes on. Here's one precaution I'd like to point out. Do not get into the habit of getting content that is generated directly from at any AI interface and using it without proofreading. At the end of the day, this thing, remember, it is just picking things based on inputs it was given. It just learned a language system. So it is essential for you to proofread and go through each and every content that you would want. So to answer the first sort of questions, how to improve efficiency, you can use it to search. But let's say, let's say, for example, turning my views into potential customers, employ tools that work more efficiently and cost effectively. So for this one, if you want to employ tools that work efficiently and more efficiently, one of them, as we have showed you, is ChatGPT. You can get it to give you various prompts. On improving efficiency, you can still research and get to know other tools. Let's say I wanted to learn more about following up. Somebody had asked about that. So you'll take the initial thought that you had, go to ChatGPT and type out whatever it is that you wanted. Let me not get so much time on ChatGPT. Let's move to the next tool so that we can be able, but I can go back to ChatGPT if somebody has a question. So the other question which most people are asking about is about copywriting. Actually, this is very good because I started out as a copywriter. I am still a copywriter and I do this from day-to-day basis. And it is true that you can use AI to really improve on your copywriting and to get better results. So I'll use, for example, Bing AI. I'm sure we have all about it, but before we get there, let me chat with ChatGPT. So Eld had asked about the various prompts that are on my ChatGPT. So recently, ChatGPT announced and released integrate extensions for its platform. So one of the extensions that I personally loved is one that is called AI PRM ChatGPT prompts. I'm pasting it in the comment section for those people who want to go and follow it. So what this does is that they have people who have already created prompts for you, and what you can do is just use these prompts to get content in a fast and affordable way. In one of our previous webinars, we had gone through the journey of optimizing your website, and I remember Francis had gone through a tool called Google Ads, and how you can use it to get keyword optimized. So, for example, you have done a research on your industry and you want to write an article. So let's say, figuratively, you want to write an article about AI. So these prompts allow you to get these things in a very fast manner. For example, this one is saying human written 100% unique SEO optimized article. So you can get an article even within seconds. So I'll put the keyword how to boost, or let's say employee performance. I want to write an article about employee performance. I've not done any research, but I want to write it. So I'll click on the prompt. I can here select the various languages. Do I want UK, US, and what that? Let me pick US. What kind of tone do you want for it to get? Default or emotional? You can upgrade to get more. And what is the writing style that you want? So I'll leave it at default, and then I'll press enter. So for those who have been struggling with writing content, it is the optimum time for you to start using AI tools to generate content, not only for you, but also for your clients. Thank you, Roberts. You're saying that you're glad to be here. Welcome, welcome. So just look at the tool working magic. We are ready. So what I did is I just put in a keyword. From the keyword, we already have a title. We have an introduction. We have a heading 1, that is a first topic. We have a heading 2, measuring employee performance, improving employee performance, set clear expectations, provide adequate training, etc., etc. So within seconds, you can get to boost your Joseph. You're asking, how did I get here? Okay. So for the sake of those who are coming in, I'm demonstrating ChatGPT. I'm posting it on the chat section. Whether you're watching us from Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn, just go to the comment section and you'll find a link. From the link, go sign up for the platform and you'll get access to it. Now from the platform, what you do is that you get prompts that you can get with. So for demonstration, I will illustrate to you how to install this AI PMR. So it's also an extension that you use. So just like before, go to your ads extension and put in the name. Just let me get the exact name. Just a moment. So it's called, extension is called AIP MR chat prompts. So these are already prompts that have already been created that you can use. So this is the tool here. This is the tool. Click on it. For my case, it's telling me to from Chrome. But if you are, if you are viewing it from a different different on a new browser, you will get it to add to extension. And once you add it to extension, your ChatGPT interface will look like this. Okay, let me go to the next tool. As we started the webinar, I presented some slides with you. So the slides were this one, predictive analysis and all that. Mark you, I took only 5 minutes to create those slides. And I had created other slides before. And the tool that you can use to create slides from your end for presentations when you are an industry expert is also an extension that is called slidesai.io. I am going to demonstrate how this works. But to do this, allow me to stop presenting and present it in a different manner, so that people can be able to see what I am saying. So slidesai.io is another AI tool that you can use to boost your productivity. So this tool, how it works is that, let's say you've been called to do a presentation about something and you did not have the time to complete it. We are talking about building efficiency and improving in your copywriting. So if you are following along, just click on the link that I have just shared on the chat session. You come to a new slide and then you could create new slides. Then after that, you install. Another thing about this tool is that it's limited. So under pricing, with the free version, you only get 3 presentations in a month. So if you wanted more presentations, the third parties that you have to pay for it, but it is for you to do something with it. So when you're done with that, you click continue. It will bring a pop-up if you want to use your Google account to do so. Let me click allow. And after that, just like that, you have Google Slides. Then you go back to your slides. So go to your Google Slides and open a blank slide. So I'd be curious to see those people who are watching, what is the one topic that you would want to do a presentation on? If you have a topic that you want to create slides for you within seconds that you can present to people, just type in the comment, just type in the topic in the comment section and we'll get right to it. So after this tool, I'm going to discuss about Bing AI. And then once we're done with Bing AI, I'll go right on to the Q&A and answer some of the questions that you may have. Seeing that nobody is pasting a topic, so allow me to just pick a topic myself. So I'll come to some of the questions that you had shared. So I'll pick, we'll get to the questions a bit later. Marketing, creating content strategy. So lack of proper knowledge in the use of AI. Let me pick a topic from one of the points you have shared. So let's say we want to present a slide about turning my viewers into potential customers. So I'll come. You can use Google. We'll be using Google in a few minutes. Uh, I'll do a simple quick search. This is the process I use to learn, and I use it to learn a lot of things and to learn a lot of things in a very fast way. So I get the summary. I get the summary, open summary, and with the summary, I'll use the summary to create a prompt. Has it not opened any summary? If you are joining us right now, welcome to the webinar. We are discussing on how you can use AI tools to improve your productivity. And so what I want to demonstrate is that how you can use AI to create slides for presentations and things like that. So you'll find that with the current business environment, getting good presentations in a quick and efficient manner is something that you'd need, is a skill that you need to gain at moments. And currently the topic we are researching on is on how we can turn viewers into potential customers. So with our summary, I'll just copy the summary, go back to my slide, go on extensions. Once if you have already installed the add-on at your Google Slides, go under extensions, slides.openai, and then click on generate slides. And once you're here, it will open a pop-up. Because it's a first time, it will tell you that it's free for the first 3 times. Then here, paste whatever paragraph you want. You can change the number of slides if you wanted 6 slides, 7 slides, and all that. And then click generate slides. So I've done a quick research right now. I've gotten a summary of it, and now I'm creating a presentation that probably with a few edits here and there, I can use to pitch to somebody later on. So it's taking a few times, and voila, we have it. So how to turn visitors into customers on Shopify. We have a small intro, then we have the importance of traffic quality, then we have the quality of traffic. Probably with a few more edits, you can get something crisp within no time. And what's more is the way it's doing the images and the slides. You can even go ahead and edit even the color and things like that. So another AI that you can use is Slides AI, which can help you generate slides for presentations within no time. So when the next time you are caught up with time and you want to do a quick presentation, remember Slides AI. Finally, the other AI tool that I use on a day-to-day basis is Bing AI. So for Bing AI, you'll have to put an application to join the waiting list, but majorly it also functions like AI, like ChatGPT. But the difference between Bing and ChatGPT is that Bing crawls the internet and allows you to do prompts in a live manner. For example, there is one trick that I was taught by Francis when he was doing research about Apple, and did research. Let's say we are doing a marketing about the nutrition in Kenya. Probably this would help the nutritionist in the house. Let's say we want to know best nutrition One is so this is the results from a Google search. Let's take the result and put it on ChatGPT. Sorry, or on Bing AI. So you have new nutrition and it has references. One thing to note about Bing AI is that it gives you more prompts on what do you want to do. What other services does Neo Nutrition do and offer? So you can give it prompts and generate more. One case study of an example that I have used Bing effectively is that I used it to create a content strategy for a company that I am assisting, and it gave me a content strategy for a whole month within no time. So I believe those are the tools that I wanted to cover. So allow me right now to go through some of the questions that you have. Yes. Joseph, you can get the recording of the video. It will still remain live on our YouTube channel, and we'll be sharing it after the webinar is over. So there is Sam, Team Masharia. You had asked, what's the best programmatic AI tools available to increase capacity? So this is a more detailed research, because to increase the capacity of your team, you would need the best tool I'd recommend is programmatic capacity. Let's say you can use there's one that HubSpot or any other tool. But if you wanted to get more insights on the best tools you can use for that, I'd indulge you to go into the process that I have just shared with you. Is that take that question, prompt it into AI, and see what kind of answers it can give you. What skills and resources, that is Elvis, are needed to implement AI in our businesses? Actually, as I've demonstrated you, there is no skills needed, there is no resources needed. You just need you and yourself to be there. Then the other one is, can a small entrepreneur boost to become a company? That is from Alfred. Alfred, yes, as a small entrepreneur, you can boost yourself to become a huge company, and you can also leverage the use of AI while doing it. Also, Brandon Doyer had asked, will AI tools finish online studies? Because lecturers want to see students write assignments for themselves. So about there's about that, there's that conversation around that AI will come and take over jobs and take over resources. Actually, the best answer is this: AI will only replace those people who are not using AI. So if you are not using AI, then the chances of you being replaced are higher. But if you are using AI on a day-to-day basis, there's no need for you to be worried about AI replacing your work, because as illustrated, there's no way that you can get to use AI, that AI can generate prompts on its own. Timothy Masharia, you're saying thank you. You've been using ChatGPT and AIP. Ad has been a very helpful with the prompts. Welcome. That's nice to hear. How can I define and use AI in the classroom setup? In the classroom setup, AI can be used. Let's say you wanted to research more about a topic. You have been taught something by the lecturer in class, and you wanted to, or Nancy, you're a teacher. That's nice. So for your case, as a teacher, what I'd recommend is using AI to give a broader perspective of the lectures that you give to the students, and helping them get to improve on them much more. So how does AI impact on the use of SEO in web? How can I use AI to improve business online presence in relation to digital marketing? So that's the final question. That is from Isaac Kirago. So Isaac Kirago, yes, AI is helpful with SEO, But remember, SEO is a very broad topic. It not only focuses on you have the link building, you have optimizations, you have the articles, you have the page itself, keyword research, you have to do the right content, and all this takes time. So with SEO, what I'd suggest is that you use it from a day-to-day basis to improve your productivity. So that's it from me, and I'm sure you have learned something from my presentation of Google AIs. If you have any questions, you can send us an email. But for everybody who had attended the webinar, we shall send details of what we have just gone through after the webinar. Thank you. Back to you, Francis.
Thank you very much, Caleb. I've seen there's a guy called Joseph who has asked the issue of plagiarism. How do we use ChatGPT and avoid plagiarism? I think I can answer that question, Joseph. The truth is, the most critical thing when you're creating content is to cite your sources. We normally say the credibility of content is as good as your citations. So if you're using ChatGPT to create content, I know ChatGPT currently is not giving sources, like citing your sources, but if you're able to use Bing AI, for example, which myself and Caleb use a lot for writing stuff, we have noted that they both allow citations. It shows you where it got that information. So you cite your source, just like the way you are writing an essay. You don't claim some knowledge, you cite the source and you say, according to Caleb, then you explain your point. So that's how you can use artificial intelligence tools like ChatGPT, but cite your source so that you get credibility. So Joseph is also asking the question around Bing AI. I think if you just to use Bing AI, you need to download Edge browser, or you just download Bing as an application on your phone or on your desktop, or you go to download Edge and then go to bing.com, then you will find chat somewhere. But remember, it doesn't come by default. You will have to wait before you're verified and you are allowed to use it. But remember, it only works with Edge, Microsoft Edge. You need the browser called Microsoft Edge, and then you go to bing.com and then you'll find chat there. And I've seen my colleague Caleb has already shared the link. Mayuli saying thank you, it was an insightful session. Thank you, Caleb, for that. That's feedback from Zach Mayuri all the way from South Sudan. I believe Caleb has typed the link to Bing AI. Remember, Bing AI is the normal Bing that we have always used. It was no longer useful. Right now, Bing AI is very sexy, it's very nice, it's very trendy. People are using it because ChatGPT does not have the ability to search the web, but Bing AI uses the web. It relies the web. It gets information right now. You can even ask who is Caleb Mutemi, and it will tell you who he is. While ChatGPT doesn't have that capability. So those are some of the insights. Before we end this session, I can see we have 2 minutes. I wanted to talk about our digital marketing masterclass. We normally provide this. Whatever you have consumed today is just a tip of the iceberg. There's a lot of content that you can get, and it's not just training. You get support, 30 days of free support. Whether we help you with a website, with the social media, with training, or use of artificial intelligence, increasing your capacity and your productivity. We don't just train you and leave you. We give you support. And when I look at it, if you go to YouTube and consume some content, you may not have a real human being to talk to who can guide you and support you in solving the problem that you have. So in my view, I would encourage us to come for our training. We don't just do the masterclass, the digital marketing masterclass. We do data analytics masterclasses. We do content marketing masterclasses. We also have web design masterclasses. We have trained a number of people on web design, and they are building websites for themselves. An example is Francis of BAM Tours, and I can give you this as an example. Francis of BAM Tours was one of our, we are calling them students, but they are not essentially students. These are entrepreneurs, actually. They are business people, professionals. Francis of BAM Tours actually joined a web design class. I've actually shared a link to his website. That website has been built by Francis after he came to our masterclass. He's an owner and entrepreneur of BAM Tours Safaris. And as you can see on his website, there's a lot of information. The website is very popular, as in he allows people to find a comfortable way to travel. You know, if you're looking for a bus, if you're looking for a personal car and you want to travel, and he provides very affordable rates. So that website has been built by Francis after he came for a web design masterclass. So we trained him, and thereafter he did a project. So this was his project. And the way we did it, if we came to Digital for Africa for the website, we'll have charged him about 240,000, but he just paid about 35,000 plus VAT. And he learned, and then he was supported by the trainers, Caleb and Brian, and he was able to build that website. So it's a very cost-effective way of building a website. So we train you to build a website, and we support you as you build your website, and we give you actionable feedback, and you are able to build something that can give you value. So that's a website. You can even have a look at it. It's a website built by Francis, who is a participant of our training. You can see it's a valuable website. You know, it's more than it's worth more than 250,000 in terms of the value of the website, and we are supporting it more and more. So the value that you can get from Digital for Africa is not just training; it is support and guidance and mentorship, and you're taking you deeper to get insights, actionable insights, something that we can help you to implement, and you get immediate impact in your business. So we have a masterclass coming in April. So look out, and I think my colleagues can help me share the link. But if you don't know, just go to digitalforafrica.com and then /MC or masterclass, and you'll find a link, you know, or a page where you'll find more information about the masterclass. But as I have said, the masterclass is one small part of what we do. Many people think we are just trainers. Honestly, we are not only trainers, or we are not just doing training. We are very, very big on web design. We have built a new website recently for the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, one of the biggest agencies in Kenya that has the biggest platform for data. So that website, I've shared it with you guys for you to see the credibility of our work. We have also built websites for Nation Media. We build websites for Adrian Kenya. We built one of the biggest e-commerce websites for wines and spirits. It's called Jay's Wines. Jay's Wines is one of the websites that we have built, and one of the best case studies we have, not just for web design, but also for consulting and support. I don't want to mention their data, but they're doing very well in the sales, in the e-commerce space. They're selling more online than in their physical shops. And yet they have 2 shops here in the CBD. So I encourage you not just to come for the masterclass, but also to consume our services. We are big on web design. We're big on UX design. We are also very, very big on data and analytics. If you're struggling to show the return on investment of your advertising, if you're struggling to get conversions in your business, in your sales, because maybe you're not generating quality leads. Recently, we did a training for I&M Bank, and we were supporting them in the specific area of how to increase conversions for their marketing and sales strategy. So we're very big on supporting our clients and having the weekly meetings. We don't meet our clients monthly. We meet on a weekly basis to review performance. But also, if you're looking for a job, honestly, we have trained people, but also we are always looking for talent, especially in the digital space, specifically sales and marketing. And even web design, if you are a web designer, reach out to us, and we can give you an opportunity to build a website or work with us. We also have interns. We've been supporting some young people who want to learn how to do graphic design, and Caleb is their mentor. And they have been doing a lot of good work, like the designs you've seen promoting this masterclass were done by students we have trained. The other day, I went in one of our clients' meeting, and I counted 5 people who had gone through our training, and they are working in that company. And all of them are employed, and they are creating content, they are doing e-commerce, they are doing a lot of stuff, and they are all our students who we have trained and we have supported, and they are now doing work for our different types of clients. So we are very excited. I'm very happy to see all of you guys. Thank you for joining our webinar. I've seen Michael Nunga is saying, thank you, Caleb, for an insightful session. Francis Bam says, this is very true, Francis. One day we'll invite Francis to come and talk a lot about what we've done with him. I've seen Elvis was saying, is AI safe if you are to link some of this platform with your email? You can always check the security features of any application by Googling and even using AI. For example, if you can go to Bing AI and ask that specific question, I wish I can be able to copy and paste that question. That's a good question that Elvis has asked. Let me ask let me ask Bing that specific question which you have just asked, and I will give you an answer. I know some of us haven't used Bing AI because it's still on preview mode. So I'm writing that question that Elvis has asked. Is AI, specifically AI PRM, safe if you link some platform with your email? So that's a good question. I have asked Bing AI to give me an answer to that question. So let's see, and I will read the response. Now, this will be the last question we'll be responding, and then we will just end the session. So Bing AI is populating the information. It is saying, first of all, the issue of safety. Are you talking about security? So, but I can read the answer it has given us. You can use this prompt. It's giving us a prompt. Just a second. So it's saying AI PRM is an AI tool. It's a browser extension that adds a list of curated prompt templates for ChatGPT, which is a state-of-the-art language model by OpenAI. That's what Caleb has told us. You can use prompts for various purposes such as SEO, marketing, copywriting, art, programming, and much more. You need to create an account with AI PRM, to use the extension and link it to your OpenAI account. According to the website, they claim to respect your privacy and data security. So I think that's the response that I've gotten from that extension. So they're saying they are very keen on privacy and data security, but always is good you look at their terms of service and understand their policy so that you know what they do with their data. So thank you very much, guys, for joining us today. I encourage you to keep engaging with Digital for Africa. We do these webinars every week, or not every week, but every month. Every month we have a free webinar. We share a snippet of what we do. This is not entirely what you do, but if you come and join us, like BAM Tours, Francis of BAM Tours, or Zach Mayul from South Sudan, you will get more support and mentorship from Digital for Africa. So thank you very much. Thank you for our very competent and able guest, Caleb Motemi. And I've seen feedback from Zach Mayul saying I'm not officially in South Sudan. Oh, that's very interesting. Thank you, Mayul, and we are happy that you have joined us. So thank you guys for coming, and look forward to interacting with you on our social media. Follow us, Digital for Africa, on Facebook, on Instagram, and LinkedIn. Have a good night. Bye.